So, guess what? Your enemies are not happy because the calling is not the same. You are called for greatness. Why they themselves have come to understand that they are called for what? For failure. Yes, the reason why I said they are called for failure is because whoever is what jealous of what God is giving to you, that means it's not satisfied with what God has given to them. They are called for failure. I know it sounds somehow, but I will always tell you the truth. Your enemies are called for failure, and they are surprised that you are the only one called for greatness, called for uniqueness, called for extraordinary what? Divine purpose. So they are not happy because you are called for greatness. The truth will always do what show. That's what I tell one of my friends. I said, no matter what you do on earth, no matter whom you are, no matter how you try to hidden yourself, one day darkness will always do what? Run away whenever there is what? Light. So one day whatsoever that is hidden, that you are hiding, will surely show off one particular day. That thing that you do in secret, hoping that no one is seeing you, one particular good day like this, people will do what? We see you. So guess what? Your enemies are annoyed because you are called for greatness, and the calling is totally different. Your calling and their calling are not the same. That's why they are mad severely, because your calling cannot be compared with their own calling. Your calling can never be compared with their own calling, because they have already understand that you are called for mighty things to do. You are, hey God, you are called for greater things, for greater purposes. The way you were called is not the same way they were called. The way God elected you is not the same way God do them. The calling is totally what different. The calling is not what the same. So many of them are mad severely because the calling they have on their head cannot be compared with the calling you have on your head. They have come to understand that you are called for different. You are called for what? For extraordinary purpose. You are called for extraordinary reason. That your calling is greater than their calling. Where God is taking you to cannot be compared to where their mindset and their envy will lead them to. So many of them have come to understand that where God is taking you to can never be compared to where they themselves is dreaming of. Why? Because they understand and they have come to figure out that your calling is greater than their own calling. Your purpose, your aim on earth is greater than their own. You understand me? So that is why many of them are now annoyed, mad severely, because you are called for greatness. Why they themselves are called for nothing? They are angry, mad, because you are different among them. You are not like them. That's what make them to be mad severely, because the call is the same, but the view is different. Most of them were thinking that the same way God called you before, that is the same way you are called, but they don't know that your calling is wide. It's automatically wide for greatness. That's why whatsoever you do, you prosper. Whatsoever you put your hand, you expand. Whatsoever you found in doing, you become prosperous in all your ways. So that's why many of them are mad, because they come to figure out that where you will be in time to come, they can never dream it of, nor think of about to become it. You know what I'm saying? all the whole, if you look at this place, you come to understand that all the whole onions here, all are the same. They are all the same, but you will see some particular ones that is growing, that is that is what? That is taller than others. And you come to understand that they plant all of them at the same time. And you come to understand that others grow more than others. And even the ones who grow more than others may not produce better than those who they are grow more than. So let me show you what I'm saying. So look at these onions now. Look at this one particularly. Look at this place. So if you want to understand these onions, this one here, this one particular, let me drop it down. This one particular and this one here, let me uproot it. And this one here, we are planted at the same time. You know what I'm saying? They were planted at the same time. But this one here, let me uproot it because you know what I'm saying? You see the difference? That is how our greatness and our uniqueness is. You understand me? That is how God have already make us to be. You understand? So you understand what I'm saying? So that is how God make our life to be. That's why people are mad with you, because the calling, the voice of the calling can be the same, but the package is different. You got what I'm saying? So see the onions. They understand that this is whom they are and this is whom you are. So the voice of the calling is the same, but the view, the packages is different. That is why the Bible said we will map up like eagle. Whatsoever we do, we prosper. Even if the land is not prosperous, but we will do it, we will prosper. So you are called different as a child of God. You are automatically, this is what I was trying to explain. You see it? So you are called different. The package of blessing in your life is what makes people to be annoyed with you. Why? Because they come to understand that what God deposited into your life is something so big to explain. It's something so marvelous to explain. Even if you pass through pain, you pass through obstacle, the package, the blessing is what is capable to restore and to do what, to heal and to do what, to elevate you to all angles. You come say, so people are mad because they're going to figure out whom they think you are, who they were thinking that the calling is for, is not for. They were thinking that the calling was for them, but now they're going to figure out that the calling is only made for you. That's why they are automatically mad at you. Why? Because the calling is not made for them. Remember, blessed. Let me go and have some, some certain things to put. You know what I'm saying? I just remember that I have not eaten since morning. So remember, blessed guys, you see it? The calling, the voice of the calling is the same, but the voice is the same, but the calling is not the same. Remember, you are called for greatness. Why they are called for failure?